So I thought I would start by introducing us again to everyone. We're here, Middle Aged Moms Making Music, and we are here to show you our thinking process as we go through our musical journey.
Yes, we want to welcome you to Middle Aged Moms Making Music. As Leah said, she's Leah and I'm Valerie. My day has been long, but it's good. I dropped two younger kids off at the airport with their grandparents because they're going to Cancun.
Ooh, fun.
So it's Camille's graduation gift from her grandparents.
So my nephew, he's in Portugal and he met with Gonzalo and Paulo.
Paulo,
Paulo
Paulo and
and
Paulo.
Gonzalo.
Yeah, so they met again.
Mhm.
We met some more of the family.
Yeah, I don't know who else he met, but I know that they met. So hi, Paulo and Gonzalo. We miss you. I hope you
Hola.
watch us. So this past weekend, Valerie came over and we worked on a song, which you all have heard, but it's progressing into the next stages of development, which means that we recorded the vocals a little more cleanly
Mhm.
and fixed the beat up a little bit to make it sound better. And we still have a lot to do, but do we want to give everyone a snippet of it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy about what we've accomplished so far. Especially since the two of us were just kind of like feeling like we weren't making much progress. And so we decided to like really make some firm commitments about, about the goal of at least recording completely one song. And so that's what we did over the Memorial Day weekend. So
And thankfully, Valerie had the idea of the work
breakdown structure.
breakdown structure.
It's a project management tool to help you manage seemingly large projects, and you break them down into smaller and smaller and smaller components until you're able to handle that small component in a reasonable amount of time. So we have a goal of doing this musical project, and just considering our schedules and just the myriad distractions that kind of like take away from our creative process, it just seems like, oh, we're never going to do this, and then we talked about the work breakdown structure, and it was like, okay, so we could do this, we just have to break it down into manageable pieces. And
So our
so
plan
mhm,
is to record one song a month
yes,
so that by the time the end of the year comes, we'll have 5 songs ready
yes,
to release in January. So
yes,
we hope to have an album for all of you by January.
yep. So we're really excited. We're really
Yes.
excited. It's kind of like giving us new energy and new purpose
Yeah,
to
because
have
I
this
was kind of I was
goal.
kind of down thinking that what am I going to do? Should I just sell my stuff? But Valerie kicked me in the butt.
Her in the butt and punched her in the gut.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? I feel blessed to be able to work in this way with you, because someone did that for me a long time ago when I was about to give up, and they kicked me in my butt and they punched me in my gut, and got me motivated to record a phenomenal project. So
Yeah,
the two of
I
us are
think,
going to do so. Paying it
yeah.
forward.
Yep. So, should I play a little snippet that people can hear, or should we wait? What should we do?
We can play a little bit.
Okay, maybe I'll play from the last hook through the bridge so you can tell me what your idea was that you want to put in.
Oh, okay.
So, let me play it from where it is and everyone can hear how it sounds.
Okay. I was thinking about doing like this whooshing sound, like
Okay, that's all they're gonna hear. So when you told me that by text, that's exactly what I imagined. It was like a
Uh-huh.
like a little at the
Yeah,
second
yeah,
half, and then
yeah.
leading into your and I'll even drop some of the drums a little bit
Hmm.
to create like a pause somewhere within the
Okay.
bridge,
Uh-huh.
just to give it a little more dynamic. So,
Okay, cool.
and I was even thinking of looking for some horns.
I'd like to hear your ideas with
Yeah,
some horns.
I'm gonna try it and see.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yep. So there's just listening to it. Because one thing about having, I worked with Karen White's producer a couple of times. His name is Derek Allen.
Mm-hmm.
And he is such a great vocal producer because I have a tendency, I get tired. I get tired in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just want to finish. And so, like, when you have a third party in there, like saying, hey, you know, I hear this, I hear that, let's do this, let's do that. And so now I'm listening to the vocals that we did, and there are a few things that I would like to add where
Mm-hmm.
I see like maybe there's some holes, or maybe the energy of the track needs a little pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so before we go into master, we'll fix up
Oh yeah.
those parts.
Yeah, like the very first verse when you first come in, I feel like that could be a little better too. Maybe we could try
Mhm.
a few different tracks and see.
Yeah,
It sounds great already, but I just feel like it could be a little bit better, just a
yeah,
little.
I agree. I definitely agree.
So, okay, well, that's one. Our next song that we're going to be recording next month is
It's
which one is
called Empty Nest.
it? Yeah.
And I have a preliminary idea, but I want to play with the melody because I have this hang up about about the melodies that I grew up with versus current melodies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like my brain, naturally, I tend towards a certain type of melody. And it's an old school melody because that's
Mm-hmm.
how I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. And so sometimes I'm not sure if the melody, if it's old because I'm singing it, or it's an old school melody, and how would it sound if a younger artist was singing it, or should I experiment with different newer type of melodies that are more current? So
Mm.
I'm like torn between those two dynamics.
I thought about that when we were recording. Dandelion for sure has an old school sound,
Mhm.
and the melody too kind of sounds old school. But to me, it's refreshing because everything nowadays kind of has the same melody or the same type of rhythm. And I
Yeah.
think this is a nice break from that.
Mhm.
And I think we should stick to what feels good to us. And
I agree, especially with the success of Silk Sonic. Like
mm-hmm,
that whole project is throwback.
mm-hmm,
And I think Bruno Mars has always experimented with the more classic
yeah,
music,
that's
R&B
what he grew up
genres.
on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
And so I'm just thinking, and like Daft Punk, like
mm-hmm.
groups like
Well,
that.
they're our age.
Okay. So I'm just thinking, if you just do what feels good to you and it's good, that it will
Yeah,
find an
people are
audience.
gonna like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
agree with that.